Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Bluetooth.
Hare Rama,
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna. Hey, good morning, everybody. Yeah. I don't know how long I'll be on because of a few things. One is I got a sore throat and didn't sleep much. Also, internet. Somebody stole the router. They just stole, a lot of poor people here from Argentina. So maybe Argentina's really kind of poor. They just take anything they can get. Okay, we'll do what we can do here. See how long my throat holds out. Maybe get some mercy and transcend this body here today. Mercy of the devotees. Magnanimous devotees. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Srila Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhaktavinda, Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhaktavinda. Chapter 31 of Srimad Bhagavatam, Gopi Song of Separation. Yeah. The gopi said, O beloved, O beloved, your birth in the land of Raj has made it exceedingly glorious. And thus, Indra, the goddess of fortune, always resides here. It is only for your sake that we, your devoted servants, maintain our lives. It is only for your sake that we, your devoted servants, maintain our lives. We have been searching everywhere for you, so please show yourself to us. The gopi said, "O beloved, your birth in the land of Raj has made it exceedingly glorious." Right? Yeah, it's about the second birth. This is that spiritual rebirth. See, we're the land of Raj. See, see, the land of Raj. It's just the Lord takes his birth inside. And it makes the devotees exceedingly glorious. See? That's how to get the glory, man. You want to be something special. Well, just surrender to Krishna, man. And that's special. It's special to be a devotee. It's special to be whole. True, His holiness. I mean, God, for thousands of years, people are so unclear about this. That's why it still have popes, and religions. And all they need to do is get that birth of, the Krishna's appearance in our hearts to awaken, and then everything becomes glorious. And it. I mean, you become you realize, oh, this is glorious. Like Dhruva Maharaj, he did austerities for 6 months, and he thought he wanted a big kingdom. Everybody's thinking. See, it's all thinking. It's all planning in the world, man. People are planning for happiness. Oh yeah, I'm going to be happy this way and that way and all of this, and never fulfillment. All the way up to nowadays, they're planning on controlling the whole world. We'll be really happy if we get everybody under control, and can, be like God, and we know everything everybody's doing at every moment. Then we'll be happy. They will be happy, we won't, because there's no we in this thing. It's all selfish. The world, this is Kali Yuga, by the way. Welcome to Kali Yuga. Very selfish, self-centered, horrible place, except now. You see, because, here we have the Lord born in us, and everything is glorious in that sense. But if you don't have this, it's inglorious. Inglorious, So what else is there? What other option is there, really, but to have that spiritual rebirth in us? Otherwise, we're associating with inglorious people in this Kali Yuga. It's not a very happy place. Yeah, so everything. I mean, there's no greater, happiness to me. I mean, it's just everything I look at just is talking to me. It's like, it's just like Vrindavan. It just says things. Yeah, I look at the verses, and it tells me, oh yeah, that's yeah. The acharyas, the real ones, they were thinking like this. That's why they write these things, because that's what they saw. Okay? So my great happiness is to comment on this. I'm the preacher type. I'm just here I have all these wonderful books, all these writings and everything. Now let's expose them. Expose Krishna. Expose his glory. Expose the path of how to get the glory. People are hiding the path. All levels. We're the only ones that I've seen exposing the path. None of these people have had the power to expose the path. We're exposing. Yeah. Come and listen to the confidential teachings. From the devotees exposing the confidential teachings. The reason why people don't have so much love of God like they have here, when Prabhupada was here in Bhakti Siddhanta, they weren't exposing the confidential message. It wasn't time. But now's the time. Notice Prabhupada came and said, okay, man, has my full approval, man. So it's here to make people really happy. And the only way is the Lord has to take his birth here, and it becomes the land of Raj. See? Otherwise, we're just landlocked. Land. We're just on the land, man. We need Krishna to land in our hearts, Yeah, and then all of a sudden, the glory, then the blooming the devotees bloom. See? So everybody actually is singing that song of separation. It's the whole world, all the world. God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten son. See, that's Krishna, right? Begotten son, the son of God. See, the Son of God is born in us, right? See, send His Son, because he, he loves the world. He wants to love the world. Yeah. So why don't we just let Him? Yeah. So anyway, the devotees here, we got the great privilege to expose how to get Krishna very quickly and not be, spend all our lives, following gurus who also need this. They also need help. So the blind leading the blind. So we can help the blind leaders and the blind followers. If they can both get it, or if we can even get some of their followers, then the leaders. That's the way the Bhagavatam pattern goes. Usually, the leaders are too, encased with false ego from being superior. They think they're superior because they have a little extra knowledge, memorized knowledge, and they got a position from their group. Well, we're obviously better than our rank and file. They were both on the same platform. If the Lord hasn't taken His birth and you're not experiencing pure love of God, then you're on the same platform, more or less. One has a little more memory. Maybe he's a little more crafty and wormed his way in. Maybe he's a pedophile. Who knows? There are a lot of pedophiles in religion. Isn't that a fact? Basically. So anyway, everybody is a little bit bewildered until the Lord takes His birth in us, and it becomes the land of Raj, the land of magic. See, it becomes glorious. Otherwise, without that, we're just land. We're just, part of the world. That part of Vrindavan became glorious because the Lord took His birth there. His devotees were there. See, that's why anywhere a devotee is preaching the glories of the absolute truth under the inspiration of that birth of the Lord in their own heart, becomes a holy place, because there's, that's the birth of the land. They see from them ecstatic prema emanate, and by their word ignorance is destroyed. Didn't we destroy a lot of ignorance? Isn't there a lot of emanation here today? Man, it got me over my cold. I didn't have it. I really didn't. I thought this ain't going to work. And I'm going to be on here like a couple minutes, and that's it. I'm going off. Between the internet not working and this cold, so I couldn't sleep, man. The throat was hurting so bad. I couldn't even, So, you never know, man. You got to try. It feels like, what cold? Where'd that go? What, there was a cold there somewhere? I forgot all about it, man. Yeah, that's what the birth of land of Raj does, man. The land of Raj overcomes its obstacles, when the Krishna is born. See, we live for that. See, this is what you become the verses. It become your life, man. It's you making the call. A beautiful call, isn't it? This is a beautiful verse. Yeah, it is only for your sake. You're devoted servants. Maintain our lives. That's the duty. That's the duty of a devotee. It's not even like a duty. Maintaining their lives for the happiness of Krishna, because, whoa, man, lo and behold, that's our happiness. Is to have that Lord born, like Dhruva Maharaj. The Lord just appeared to him on the seat of his heart. What happened? He thought, oh, that was what I was desiring. I thought I wanted a big kingdom. I just wanted the big God to appear in my heart. And all of a sudden, everything is perfect. So devotees live that. They maintain their lives just to touch Krishna, to be touched by Krishna, to engage in loving affairs like this. It's just automatic. This is love, is this relationship. It doesn't get boring. Poor sadhu guru, he got a little bored with his knowledge, I guess, because then he got a new mission. You know what that mission is? Save the soil. Talk about, that's like right out of Save the Whales type thing, mode of goodness. See, it shows you can't get off the ground. It's great preaching. Thank you, Sadhguru, for being who you are. I'm sure he's a happy guy, like great motorcycle rider too. you know. But that's, Prabhupada spoke about that because he saw the same thing. People, this is kind of the Mayavadi level, they get bored and then they end up doing philanthropic work on the level of goodness because it's activity. You can't just sit there and be in Brahman. And it just gets a little boring to talk about Brahman because God is in your heart and he knows the absolute truth. The only thing that gets him really gets him excited is conclusive truth. Gets Radha excited is conclusive truth. Then they get woke. They wake up. Otherwise, they get That's why these impersonalists, they get bored. Even they ended up doing well. I guess let's do some good work. I mean, I got a friend down the street who's doing that. He thinks, well, I got all the money I need and everything, and he's a good person. He said, well, let me go out and do good deeds. Let me go and save feed the hungry, start a soup kitchen. There you go. That's sadhuma. Yeah. Even devotees start doing stuff. They do big prasadam distribution. It's like, oh yeah, where does it become your main focus? Prasadam distribution. I mean, was Lord Caitanya doing that? Well, now we're just going to go feed the hungry. See? Well, okay, that's a good start. Okay, and you get a lot of brownie points. They also usually make a lot of money doing these things. They always ends up making money. It's always because it's never enough. See? So feed the hungry. Yeah. Well, hey, man, how about doing this kind of work? This is the kind of work Lord Caitanya prays. He said, even to the barber, he said, just cut my hair for God's sake. And for that service, your barbering's going to be finished. And you're just going to go out and chant the glories of the Lord, because it's so fantastic. And the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. The Patan soldiers became attracted to Lord Caitanya and were enlightened like that. And realize what the gopis realized by the grace of Lord Caitanya. They put their guns down and went around together, preaching the glories of Lord Caitanya and Radha and Krishna. So many people need this, but the workers are few. See, we're making more workers here. You notice that? Increasing the workers. Yeah, because you become qualified. Once the Lord takes the birth in the land of Raj, which you were just land before, and there was no Raj there. Now you're the land of Raj. Because the Lord takes birth there. He's transformed your life, made it glorious. Now you make others glorious. Isn't that amazing? What a job. It's not even a job. It's like, man, what a great service to the world. What a great philanthropic work. Otherwise you're doing something mundane. You see, you can't get off even on the Mayavadi thing. You start doing save the soil, and you can't really do it very well. See, we're saving the soil perfectly. You're the soil out there. Everybody's soiled. You're all just soil, and people that come attracted to our preaching here, you become the land of Braj. Because the Lord takes his birth in your heart. Ask Amy, man. She's getting amazing dreams. Yeah, she did a dream. That, oh my God, that was really deep. I can still comment on. I wrote a few comments. I said, man, that is really, so two really deep dreams. Hey, born the land of Raj. I know her position now. Yeah, it's a great one too. I know why she's shy too. Yeah. So anyway, birth of Raj. Isn't that amazing? Great verse. Huh? I love these verses. Upendra, the Father of Heaven that came. What is this here? The Father of Heaven that came in different name manifests himself in different name in different time. He have to make three beautiful things in this world. One is man for woman, and woman for man. And and man both together as one of his creation. Yeah, well, basically that's what it is, the man, woman within ourselves have to be united. And that's devotional service. Right? That's all very, very deep, Radha and Krishna, tattva, the truth in there. Yeah. So let's see here. Oops. The gopi said, "O beloved, your birth in the land of Raj has made it exceedingly glorious." And thus Indra, the goddess of fortune, Indira, the goddess of fortune always resides there. See, goddess of fortune, you experience that. See, the goddess of fortune, you see the goddess of fortune, who is she? That's that female that we get every day, that devotion, that bhakti. See, that's the goddess of fortune. Anybody that gets her, that's my good fortune, is that spirit of devotion every day appearing here. See? That's the goddess of fortune. All of a sudden, everything follows that. All respectful. Look at her. This is proof here. You become like this. You notice people get respect, even though their reputations were soiled, maybe at sometimes, even in our sangha. All of a sudden, because of the goddess of fortune residing in them, they become glorious. Proof is in by their own experiences, and that's just how it is. When devotion appears in the heart, now your good fortune is here. The goddess has come, see, and makes your life beautiful. That's when the titles come. You notice titles, were here. So anyway, my things got to the point where the goddess of fortune was appearing so much that everything comes. Titles come, divine grace, Shrilas, and all that stuff. See? This comes. Why? If the goddess of fortune ever stops coming here, all those titles will be in the Ganga. That's how important she is in a devotee's life. Okay? Especially in our line. Our line is actually a gopi line. So we get very big clarity on what's really going on. A lot of Christians, they don't know about transcendental metals. They feel something, and all of that, ecstatic, but they don't know the intricacies of these things. They ultimately, either in this life or some other existence, they have to be instructed about these subtle things about the kingdom of God. Yeah. So this goddess of fortune, and man, everything becomes the land of Raj. Very magical. You notice? Very magical, very powerful. You live a life of empowerment. See? Empowerment. Because now you're whole. You found holiness. Then the his or her holiness comes. Oh, his holiness. Yeah, this is a whole person here. They're united. The beloved Lord has appeared in their heart. It's a great system, isn't it? The Lord, didn't Jesus say it is your Father's pleasure to give you the kingdom of God? Well, this is what he meant. This is what he said, explained. This is the purport here. People haven't given proper purports until you have this kind of depth, that and connection with Lord Caitanya. You can't understand the depth of Jesus's words. Not like this. Yeah. There are no theologians. The theologians are stuck on so many things in the Bible, and I look at it, it's like no brainer to me. It's like, oh, you don't understand that? Oh, that's because you don't have, why don't you come and become devotees of Lord Caitanya and see how Jesus is inside Lord Caitanya? And Lord Chaitanya is inside Jesus. He knew all these kind of things. You could see how the way he spoke. That's why he said, I have more to tell you, but you cannot bear it. It's always a person telling you these things. Okay? Even Lord Caitanya, he had liberated souls were being instructed by other liberated souls. Why not? It's fun. It's nice to hear. Yeah, from a living person, hear with the vibration and all of that. Even if you've realized God, even the devotees in Vrindavan, they all realized Lord Chaitanya. They didn't need to be instructed, but they love to sit together and hear and talk about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Got to have, real pleasure. That's the highest pleasure. That's what we do. That's why people come here. Yeah. Yeah. It is only for your sake that we, your devoted servants, and the devoted, naturally, it's not like I'm going to be a devoted servant. It's like I'm going to try to do this. You naturally become devoted. If the Lord awakens in your heart, why wouldn't you become devoted to the greatest personality that you've ever realized, the greatest relationship you ever had, the greatest friend you ever had, the one that never leaves you, the greatest beloved you've ever had? Whatever your relationship is, it's always the greatest child you ever had to raise. Aren't we kind of raising a child inside? And he grows up, doesn't he? Gets stronger. He's able to take care of himself after a while. See? So I have children here. St. Paul said the same. He started a sangha, man, just like this. You got children, and they start to grow up. Not like this. They're here, you're really growing. Becoming acharyas here. With the power to distribute, you'll see how bold the devotees get here, man. You're still growing. You just start, you just gonna be all over Facebook, and you're just like, hey, man, what are you doing dicking around out there, man? Don't you know the path is here? That's what you start saying like that. Hey, man, why are you messing around? See, I can't do it. This is false ego. He's just a fool. But when you do it, you're going to see many people coming. What is Maya? They're all in Maya, right? And you got the truth. What's going to win? What's going to win them over? What's more powerful? What? Their lies that they're in? Their gurus who are in Maya? In these titles and all that stuff by hook or crook they got? And you're getting empowered with the Spirit of God, what's going to win? I know who's going to win. You watch. Let your light shine before the world. Didn't they say that? Not your light. See, more conclusives. Let Krishna's light shine before the world. He's, you speak like that. Not my light. Not my light. It's the Lord's light, right? He's born inside you. You have this relationship. It's two, right? Two in one. Radha and Krishna are now united in one body, yours. See, it's got to be, you've got to, set the example now like he set the example. But you can't do it on your own. You have to fall in line. See? You fell in line, man. You see, and the current is coming and doing everything, all these miracles. Yeah. We have been searching everywhere for you, so please show yourself to us. Okay? And that's everybody's doing that. They're all searching and searching and searching for Krishna or God, but they don't know it. They think they're, because it's our nature. We want to commune. We want to connect. Why do you think there's male and female in the world? That's so because we want to connect. We want to commune. See? That's all representing externally. See, everything is external symbols. There's a guy, I was thinking about this. He wrote a book called, he's a psychologist. I forgot his name. Maybe it was Sigmund Freud or somebody. Man and his symbols. Okay? Man and the symbols. These symbols all are representing the divine. Okay? They're symbols. They're like talesmen. And a devotee sees these symbols in the world, and it represents the divine counterpart. See? So everybody looking for communion. Yeah, well, you're looking for it. You see, it never quite works out. I think a lot of people have enough experience out there. It never quite works out perfectly you think of beautiful women or man, it's going to be perfect, right? Never is quite perfect, is it? See? Because we have this drive to connect and commune. We want friends, right? See, so ultimately, all our friends disappoint us in the world because they're only talesmen. They're only, symbols. See, symbols of what? Symbols of that friend inside. You see Radha and Krishna there outside, right? See, it's a symbol also. It's an esoteric truth. Inside, that's this has got to be inside, and the symbol transgenderism, they're trying to, where you don't know exactly who you are and what you are. That's a symbol of what it's to be inside both. That's why you look at some in the movies, they have transgender, you can't tell, are they male or female? They're actually both. See, that's the external thing. The shadow is always imitating how it actually is. Yeah. Yeah, searching everywhere. So please show yourself to us. And when you have that, see that call, this is why how you transcend religion. Wherever call is, like Amy didn't come from a religious background, I don't think, but she had a call like this. She wanted to know the truth. Where are you? Where is truth? Krishna is the truth. God is the truth. The truth is the Lord appearing in you, and then you know the truth. This is what I've been looking for. Please show yourself. That's when you get the guru. Okay, by the mercy of Krishna, you get guru, and by the mercy of guru, you get Krishna. Finally. Yeah. See, unless you did this in another life, and then by the mercy of Krishna, you just awaken by being in touch with a devotee, even, or their book, their preaching, whatever. Just very easily awaken. Okay? It's like I told you, that lady, she was a Mayavadi, hardcore Mayavadi, and she studied with me for like 3 months, and then she awoke, right? And then she kind of went back into it because she was afraid. She said, I don't know if I want to be so small. I want to be big. I want to be God. They always had that very deep ingrained thing. I want to be big. And when I'm around you, I feel so small, like it was a bad thing. People, that's contamination. Anyway, the Lord's very merciful, stayed with her, and as soon as she heard the Bhagavatam from a person who was not really there, it was enough that she woke up just hearing the Bhagavatam and started crying, and all these things. Because she was awakened. Even in this life, it worked like that. See, so if it worked, so that'll be everybody's state here. If you're woke here, when you come in next life, as soon as you hear the Bible or the Bhagavatam, all of a sudden your devotion will be aroused. See, but people need to be woken up usually because they don't have that ability, right? That's why, the Lord sends you a guru. When you're crying out like these gopis here, Lord, please, we've been searching everywhere for you. And you won't find him anywhere but there. You got to go through the narrow gate. To find him, if you haven't found him because of your previous lifetime, you're going to have to go the way the Lord has ordained. That's all I'm preaching, is the way. Isn't the Bhagavatam say this? Isn't this verse really saying this? Isn't everything saying this? The narrow gate, didn't Jesus say, what is the narrow gate? They don't know. Well, it's only Jesus. Well, it's the person who, the real guru, the real spiritual master, the living devotee, go through the narrow gate. It's pretty narrow. Out of 1,000 of those ISKCON gurus, not even one will get you through that I've seen, but one here will. Out of those hundreds of Gaudiya Samiti gurus, none of them will get you through, because I didn't see anybody getting through, but one here will get you through. See, pretty narrow, isn't it? It's always kind of like that one. Amongst Prabhupada's godbrothers, there was Prabhupada, right? Just like that. And from that one candle, especially because now we've been ordered by destiny, by Prabhupada, by the disciplic succession to wake people up, man. Go bop them on the head with it. Just grab their sticks and just hit them with the truth, the stick of truth. That's what Nityananda did. He just woke people up, man. Like that Zen, there's a Zen master story. People would sit there in meditation, he'd go around and see if anybody fall asleep. He had a stick and he'd slap him with one of those rulers, and wake right up. Haridas was like that too in the play. Yeah. Yeah. Please show yourself. When that call is sincere, the Lord will send you to the devotee. And then you'll get to know Krishna. If you refuse to go that way, okay, keep searching until your heart is like that. So a lot of people still they that's why the devotees go out to meet the devotees. People are still blind, they don't know where to go. They're always going this way, that way. They false hopes. Oh yeah, this guru will get you. That's why we preach like this. We gotta, we meet the devotees in that way. Meet them with the truth. If somebody will listen, like if you take some time to listen, you'll see that this is the gate you're looking for if you really want Krishna. If you want to take a long time and everything, well, go to these gurus, in San Francisco or wherever they are, and take, many lifetimes, because, that's what it'll be. Why? Because they haven't realized this. See? Here you can see what they haven't realized. Nowhere else can you not see. You can't see what they haven't realized because you got to find out where that realization is. That's here, man. That's here. We've become the land of Raj because the Lord is taking his birth here every day. See? We just search for him. We know where he is. We know he's here. We call him and he comes because we've got that mercy. Once you get the mercy through the disciplic line, either in a previous life or this one, the Lord is never failed. He's unfailing for you. But you need to go in the right way, not through these gurus. I mean, if I'm only preaching like this, if this wasn't available, you wouldn't hear this preaching. It would just, we'll just go and find out. Well, I'm just telling you, you're not going to find it. And I just tell you, like, how can you say that? Well, you look yourself. Do they have the qualification that the Lord has taken the birth in their heart, man? Because if they do, the symptoms you read about in Lord Caitanya, he was laughing, he cried, he just was very devoted to the Lord. His happiness was the Lord's happiness. All that stuff you have to find in a real representative of Vrindavan, that land of Raj. Is the Lord taking birth there? Well, if he is, there's symptoms. Those symptoms are in the book, not in that checklist they're showing you. That's deception. They're deceiving you. See? They're lying to you. And that's why I say religion has to ultimately be abandoned for the truth. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, you use that walking stick to that point. Okay, come, get the truth. You don't need it anymore. You say that same thing for the world. Worldly people, they put their mask on because they're told they believe in their authorities. Their authorities have been appointed by the demigods or the demons. See, and they believe in them, but has it worked for you well enough? Are you ready to, can you see that there's some lie there still? Can you see they can't really take care of you perfectly? They got some motive, some self-interest there. Can you see these gurus also have some motive and self-interest yet? If not, go follow them and see where it goes. Keep looking. We're here for the people that, we'll come meet you. I'll come preach to you. I'll come share with you. I'll come show you. My students will come share and teach speech to you and everything. And if you're meant to get it, you'll get it. The Lord will draw you here. Otherwise, keep getting drawn to these gurus and these guys and go be led around the mulberry bush. Yeah, I'm just going to keep preaching the essence of truth, man. The essence of truth is guru, is a real associate of Lord Caitanya. If they're appointed by the Lord to be your guide or the guide of the world, you go through that gate, you're going to get the Lord. Otherwise, no. There's plenty of doubt there. The Lord himself says, well, if you just worship me directly, well, you may or may not attain me in some life. There's some doubt, but if you find my real devotees and the real spiritual master and they're preaching the kingdom of God like we're preaching Vrindavan 10th canto, there's no doubt you're going to get Krishna. You will experience that. You'll have dreams like Johan and Amy and all you other guys and gals here. You will feel the Spirit. You'll feel the Lord being born in your land here inside, and then transform it into Vrindavan. Everything's full of joy, isn't it? Do you notice? Yeah. Otherwise, it's not so full of joy. It's full of happiness and distress, and a lot of distress nowadays, man. Look at all this food shortage, and the demons are all doing it, man, because people trust in them. The Lord doesn't, this wouldn't be happening. It's just people trust. They trust the demons. They're supporting it. They're using your taxes and my taxes and everything to kill people. They're using it for chemtrails. They're using it to stop people from giving you food, and you still believe in them. Or the whole world, and they're not really working for your benefit. Is that a bad thing? No, it's a great thing. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for showing me that. Thank you, Lord, for showing me ISKCON couldn't treat me very well. I was the one who believed in it, So the Lord is helping us in that way. Maya is helping us. She's a teacher. She's saying, hey, man, you don't have to believe in me. Can't you see I'm not very trustworthy? I'll turn on you. She always turns on everybody. That's what her nature. It's like a snake. It's a snake. If you help a snake out, right? Oh, I want to help you, snake, and get you across the river. There's a story about like that. So the person carries a snake over across the river, and the snake says, thank you very much, and bites the person. What'd you bite me, man? Poison me. Well, it's my nature. I always turn on everybody. So, Maya is like that. Illusion is like that. The only one who doesn't turn on us is that Lord, our eternal friend, and the devotees who know them. See? Even Jesus talked about the Sadgurus. They always run away. Always. He got on his motorcycle. Where is his disciples doing? What kind of communication does he have? He's on his motorcycle. He says, I'm going to I need a new mission now. I'm going to save the soil. Wow, man, you're a really enlightened dude, man. This soil doesn't need any saving, really. Well, maybe it does. But get some mundane people to save the soil in the mode of goodness, right? If you're see, the thing is, people believe. They believe that Sadgurus, just like they believed King Solomon. Cleopatra came all the way from wherever she was in Egypt to go and meet this person. Oh, I have so much belief in King Solomon. And you know what happened? He did what Sadgurus is. I'm bored with all this answering every mundane question for people on how to save their marriages. What else is there? Oh, let me go and save the whales and the soil or something like that. See? They go on looking, searching and searching and searching until they sincerely cry. You know what Sadhguru's got to do? He's got to find somebody like this in some lifetime to be fully satisfied. See? See? And Maya makes these guys famous in the world because people are at that level. They think they still have faith that they're going to get it. And that's why, thank God, thank you, Lord, for having Sadhu hop on his motorcycle and go and save the soil to show people in the world that's not it, that he can't do it for you. There's still some Maya there. How do I know this? I can't imagine stop doing. Look at this. Even when I'm sick, I can't imagine not talking about Krishna and helping people understand, helping myself understand Krishna. I can't imagine hopping my motorcycle. I might do that someday, but I'll make sure I have an internet connection. Make sure I preach every day. Because it's so juicy to liberate the world. This vibration is very much needed. Who's preaching this vibration? Huh? Anybody out there? Anybody revealing what the level and the extent of consciousness that's being revealed here? Revealing 10th canto, deepest truths, revealing the Bible, deepest truths. Anybody? And nobody I've seen. Special place. Yeah. So, O Lord of love, in beauty your glance excels the world of of the finest, most perfectly formed lotus within an autumn pond. O bestower of benedictions, you are killing the maidservants who have given themselves to you freely. Okay? That's how, anybody walking this path, you see, it's like a relationship of increasing trust to the point of you just fall in love, fall into the arms of the Lord. Oh yeah, I trust you more than anything I've had in this. There was great experience in the world. Now you're the one. See? Bestower of all benedictions. See, again, it says that again. See, the beauty of your glance, most perfectly formed lotus. Oh, bestower of benedictions. See again, bestower of benedictions. This is people don't live a life. Oh, here we go. Tom, thank you. Yeah, if anybody's down there, you always need to put in a private chat that you're waiting in the room. Otherwise, I don't know. I can't see you. Yeah, yeah, bestower of benedictions and white lotus of good fortune. When you start to chant Hare Krishna with taste, that's it, man. That's Bhakti Lata Beach. That's attraction for Krishna. That is the greatest thing you can get in this whole universe. In any of the billions of universes, it's all the same type of ultimate goal of life to get this attraction. In some universe, you'll find a real devotee who has this Bhakti Lata Beach. There's nothing like it. Attraction to this transcendental Lord. There's nothing like it in Vaidhi Bhakti. There's not this kind of attraction. Maybe a little bit, but not that much. Not like this. This is what it's meant to be. This is the postgraduate course, is to reveal all these deep subjects. Bhakti Lata Bij is not discussed in the it's not discussed directly in Bhagavad Gita, but it's discussed there. Arjuna had it. See, that's like everything in the Bible and all this. It's there, but people don't see it. You got to extract it. You got to extract. Oh, where's Bhakti Lata Beach teaching in Bhagavad Gita? You don't see it directly, but you see Arjuna had it. Oh, Krishna, keep on speaking about these truths. I desire to hear more and more and more. My ears are like a tongue. See, that's how you know. Even Amy, she was telling me, I don't know why I want to hear. I just want to hear more. See, because it's feeding, it's food, it's special. You may not even understand exactly why, but you feel happy hearing it. Truth. It's such a delicacy. It's so rare to find somebody who actually knows the truth and speaks under that inspiration. See? Sings that song. You can say, man, that song is different. It's special, man. That person's a special flute. Not just any mode of nature is blowing through that person. The Lord, that song of God is coming through. See, song of God. Bhagavad Gita was a thing spoken, but it was a song. See, where's the song of God? That should be the question. Is the song of God? Where is it? It's not a frog coming through a frog. Prabhupada used to talk about that. Hare Krishna. O bestower benediction, you are killing these maidservants who have given themselves to you freely without any price. Isn't this murder? Yeah, sometimes the Lord might seem like he doesn't want to, he's stubborn, doesn't want to come. But it just increases the devotee's desire. It's kind of tasty. It's kind of foreplay. It's nice like that. It's part of it. It's part of it, and it increases one's communion. Yeah. See, that's why movies are made like that. The person's trying to attain their goal. Yeah. See, the devotees, they know what their goal is now. They find it, attain, okay, I attain Krishna. Now it's always about that. Make Krishna happy, then I'm happy. It's a pastime. You just pass your time doing these things, Yeah. Yeah. And giving yourself freely without any price. And, like a lot of people, I tell them, yeah, and we just preach this. We don't charge anything for it. Really? No, 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 no. The Lord has given Himself freely to us. Why should we charge anybody? We've got all benedictions. That's our benediction. The Lord has appeared in our heart, and our fortune is now great fortune. It's fantastic fortune. It's what life is all about, not only for me, but for the demons and the demigods and the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. How does that song go, Amy? The birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. There's something else, a punchline on that one. I forgot what it was. Yeah. We've given yourselves freely without any price. Isn't that murder? And it's, this is so conclusive. You wouldn't believe it, man. Because without the Lord, we're being murdered all the time. What did Jesus say about the devil? The devil is Maya. You were a murderer from the beginning. She murders all of us. See? That's what she does. That's her job. She's a murderer. You notice all the stuff is coming out. Those who are serving Maya and directly, see how the hell is coming up now? And they're, hey, man, that's what we do. We murder people. We're going to inject you and kill many of the population. And see, they're servants of that illusion. See, Maya is a murderer. They'll end up being murdered themselves because everybody does, So look at us. We're alive, huh? They can murder our body, but everything Jesus said is in force for us. Don't worry about people who kill the body. Worry about those who can kill the soul. See, people can't kill our soul. Those who are really committed here, those who really love the truth, when you love the truth and the truth is your life and soul and everything, they can kill the body, but your soul is awake, man. You know the truth, man. You're alive in the truth. See, in the truth. You're alive in that. See, but you're dead in the lie. You're dead in the deception of Maya. It's that simple. See, when you meet the narrow gate is a devotee. Now you get the truth and you can learn to be in the truth, you see? Surf the wave of the truth. You're always surfing. You don't fall off the board after a while. You stay alive in the truth. Lively and live in it. Otherwise, people are in the Maya. See, they're in the death. It's all death there. See, they're dead in the modes. They think the modes are life. See, passion, ignorance, and even goodness. You think that's real life? That ain't real life to a devotee. That's why when liberation from illusion, all the modes of nature, and even liberation from liberation, liberation from liberation, which is just a step, bring you all the way. So the ultimate truth is Radha and Krishna, the loving affairs, this kind of thing. See? The ones who are in the background, behind the scenes. See, you bring them in front of the scene. See, they're all behind the scenes like the super soul. Nobody knows them, right? They're all watching. Like there, you see in the picture, they're watching. See, devotees bring them forth into the world. Hare Krishna. So, Lalita, why don't you read a little bit here? Text 3. Can everybody hear? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I was still muted. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Oh, greatest of personalities. Greatest of personalities, you have repeatedly saved us from all kinds of danger. From poisoned water, from the terrible man-eater Aga. From
Isn't that true? Isn't that we're saved from all kinds of danger? Poisoned water. See, water, like I was telling Amy yesterday, water represents emotion.
yeah,
See,
yeah,
and also like harikata or words, poison darts, poisoned words. See, words that don't describe the glories of the absolute truth. There's some poison in it. Words spoken by non-devotees who have no devotion, no realization. Okay? It's poison. See,
yeah,
and Krishna saves you from that. That's why if he wants to save you, he'll draw you to a real devotee, a real associate of the Lord. And that saves you. Now see, Krishna says, my devotees, now that's the real devotee, the real guru. They're the root from which I grow. See, the transcendental Lord will appear in your heart. Otherwise, there's no root. The devotee is the root. Actually, it's funny. Amy had this dream, and she told me, and I said, she said she was on the bed, and I was on the floor. See, on the floor, it's a foundation. See, foundation. She's on the bed. See, this is how it is. The bed represents in the room. It's interesting. I'll just tell you the dream. It's very interesting. I just kind of really saw what it was. She said she had a dream where she's on the bed in a room in a house where she was between 9 and 14 years old. That's the age of the gopis, of the manjaris, especially. They're never over 14. And I was on the floor, she's on the bed, and she said I was talking to her and holding her hand, and somebody walked in, and she said usually I run away and clam up or something, but this I squeeze your hand tighter. See, so the guru is the foundation.
yeah.
See, on on the floor. It's like you build things from the floor up. See, and the bed represents your intimacy with Krishna. See, and in the house where you're that age, see, that shows you the good Lord's actually revealing her actual position. Pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
strong.
Mm. Yeah, go ahead. Read that verse again, or that first sentence. I don't know if I'm finished with that.
Mhm. You have repeatedly saved us from all kinds of danger.
Yeah, I mean, there's danger at every step in this world. Lord Caitanya even commented on it. Danger in everywhere, and the Lord will save us. I mean, I have this rhythm, but the Lord shows me everything. He shows me so many things, protects me at all I do is try to stay close, you know. And he's the hero. He's the protector of his devotees. He knows his Maya, right? We don't know it. He knows it, and he can inform us if we have this relationship established. That's the whole point here, to establish that in you. You think I'm just one of these elites over here, that just I want to be, protected and everything, and you're just peons out there? No, you get what I have. That's the whole point. Devotees are magnanimous, and they're not miserly like this. They're not ingrates, and they have the power to bestow Krishna. They're into win-win, not win-lose. We got to be elites, and you're going to be like serfs, down here, and we're going to take all your money and wealth and everything away from you. Well, that's what Maya does. If you believe in her, even if you try and fight her, you're going to lose. Now, you got to fight her with Krishna. Krishna's got to behind you. You need guru, man. I tell you, all you new age people, you're all going to lose. All these people, they're trying to prep with this and all of this and, save food and all these things and everything. But they're going to lose. You're going to, unless you have the Lord with you, then you can prep a little bit if you want or something. But, the main thing is to have God inside informing you what to do in the moment, because you're going to need that in the moment, that information. It's like playing a video game, In a video game, you got to be right there in the moment, because you'll be shot down. The same thing. In this world, it gets to be like that more and more, in the moment, the Lord has to show you. It's like we're on like a battlefield now, becoming more and more apparent. See, Arjuna was fighting, right? He needed to know from Krishna in the moment what to do. Krishna was his informant. Yeah. Krishna would say, okay, shoot over here to do this, duck. Yeah, it would inform him these things. Then Krishna would take the horses and go down, and so the arrows would go over Arjuna. I mean, we need this, especially at this time. We need help, man.
I see sahajas in poisoned water. I see sahajas in that poisoned water.
Yeah, it's there's poison everywhere.
Crying without devotion and without vibrations, etc.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, people, they some of them that get into this, they want it so bad that they do anything to seem like they even have it. But unless you come this way, just like the guy in Mayapur, he could have this, the real thing, but he thinks he knows so much. He actually treats me like a neophyte, and when I talk to him, he thinks he's so advanced, and I'm just a little baby. Yeah, I look at them and I think, my God, man, so full of himself, all these guys.
He was, yeah.
See, and that's what. See, my ex-wife thinks he's the real deal. See, that's the kind of sight. When you leave the real guru, the one that the Lord actually gave you, you go into illusion. He did the same thing. He left Prabhupada, and he went to a person who actually hated our disciplic line. He told me he hated it.
He wrote new shastras. He wrote new.
Yeah, he wrote, especially he loved the breasts. He's a breast
red
guy.
flag.
He's a breast guy. Anyway, he has his place in the thing. But, everybody, ultimately, you have to find who is empowered by the pure devotional potency. There's no other way in. That's what you see. Even Lord Caitanya, that's why I feel really privileged. I can preach what Lord Caitanya actually preached. And if people will listen, you'll get through. He threw these Narayan Raj types out, didn't he? He threw the brahmachari out. He said, I'm sorry, man, you can't come in here by your big austerities, by your big renunciation, only drinking milk and fruits, no vegetables. Get out of here, man. You're spoiling my kirtan. Yeah. And what do they teach in that group? Renunciation, austerities, and everything. And that's why I say, I was there a year and a half, and I'm looking, where's Lord Caitanya's mercy? Nowhere to be seen. So he's throwing them out of the kirtan. I had it. By that association. Huh?
Yeah. It is poison for those real devotees to have this association. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. You feel it. Even, yeah. People in my group felt it when they were around. They felt like the buzzing bees. So anyway, but others who are not sensitive, they don't know this. They think it's great. It's just like people, they live on stress, and another energy. and they think it's their life. So that's there. And if people listen, they can have this, and they will. Some will listen. Why not? More and more as bhakti grows in our group, it becomes more prominent, and they also want the truth. People just not clear about where it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead,
Yeah,
there.
living on stress is a total different energy. I can compare.
Yeah. It's different. Yeah, I mean, personally, I would go up and down. They had this thing in Badger, and so when I first made contact with them, I felt there was something strange there. All of a sudden, my wife turned on me like a dog. She was like a mean, like hate was in her heart. She hated me, and it's like, where did this come from? So it was really weird. And so I would go down the hill. It was kind of up. I would go down the hill and get away from that, and I felt Lord Caitanya again. And then I go up, and I felt this buzzing bee thing. It's very subtle.
Yeah.
Um, and then I go down, and I felt this grace of Lord Caitanya. So I did that with Jesus too. I needed to discern these subtle levels of energies. And so that's why now I'm preaching, like this, emphatically. And those who come in this, you're getting in the narrow gate. You're gonna. That's why you see people get a relationship with Lord Chaitanya. They become ecstatic here because it was right. This is it. You see how Lord Chaitanya also had this energy, and everybody thought he was, not everybody, but most thought he was crazy. They said you should drown your son. He's crazy. This is insane. This ecstatic thing, whatever it is. They thought it was a disruption of the life airs. And it was only Srivas who was a devotee. See, he was Narada Muni in the previous life. He said, "No, this is ecstatic symptoms. They're wonderful. I wish I had these things to such an extent." And anyway, revived him. But I didn't have anybody. I didn't have anybody. Not even one person. Can you imagine? Not even one person to confirm it. That's why I had to do all that. I had to go to the Naraima. I had to go to the Radhakund Babaji's. I had to go back to Jesus. I mean, like really say, that's all, I just reject you. Leave Prabhupada and all of this and then go into this. I needed to find out, who's going to, there wasn't even one person on the planet I could say actually had this. Everywhere I go, there was something missing. I got just two, from Jesus when I was first awakened and also Prabhupada from their books. From these honest preachers like St. John. He wrote that book. See, he wrote that glorification. See, it always comes through the devotees. See, devotee of Jesus. Okay? He was real, and it was enough to wake me up. And what Prabhupada's book was enough to wake me up to like, wow, this was really like, wow, Lord Caitanya, wow, I found my family again. So anyway, I needed to be clear. Wanted to make sure that people think I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm trying to take the fences down. Who's going to do it? Who? There's not one person I saw on the planet that could do it. That gaudy guy, everybody thinks he's a pure devotee. I don't think. I wasn't impressed at all. He also, like you could see there's a covering there. He also needs this. His disciple, he has one ecstatic disciple. She needs it, but is bewildered, by that association, not strong enough. It shows you, even at the point of being ecstatic from your past life, you can still be in an obstacle. It's who you believe. If she believed this preaching, she would soar. But because it's her faith in that. Faith that he's like better than this. Okay? But this is the association she needs. But anyway, people will do it. But it's interesting. You see Tuka, who was there, and Gabriel, they're over here now. Okay? So the Lord has a funny way of doing things. You never know, to help people. So maybe by their, becoming part of this, and they start to see. Well, it's a shame a person who is ecstatic to be, held back. When this kind of, can you imagine this kind of level of ecstatic associations available and you can't come because your guru is blocking you? Isn't that why Jesus said, you don't come into the kingdom of God yourselves? He told the Pharisees, and you block those from coming in? That's how it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't even in Bhagavatam, you see the Brahmins wanted to block their wives from going to the cowherd boys who could give them Krishna. See, only ecstatic devotees can give you Krishna. That's why I teach the real Bhagavatam. No, if you're not ecstatic, if you're one of these gurus and they don't have any ecstasy, they're like these Brahmins. They're blocking your way when this is here. We're given Krishna, man. This is Bhagavatam incarnate. This is the devotee Bhagavat Sangha of that pastime. You come here, you're going to get the real Krishna. You go there, you're in the blocking thing. You're being blocked by the Brahmins. I was telling this one lady, or still anyway, telling Janaki, I think. One lady was coming here, and then that guru in San Francisco, don't ever go to Kalahari. See, once you take this initiation from these guys, then they own you.
Yeah.
See, and you might be, most are weak, and they can't say they own you, and they'll do just what the Brahman's husband or the wives' husbands did. No, you wear your gurus and everything. The Shastras say you obey your guru. See? So anyway.
Yeah, like they said to Francis and Radhe, never leave your guru. But actually, was he a guru? What did he do for them? Or nothing happened?
Well, he's a guru for neophytes,
Yeah.
but it depends. That's why how strong is your desire to have Krishna? So otherwise, a lot of people just believe that they're not strong enough to get through. It's like this obstacle of Kamsa. They hypocritically devout. You're hypocrite. I don't care how nice you are, how sincere you seem to be. If you're not a resident Vrindavan and you're in this line, there's some cheating going on because you're speculating. You don't know the clear truth. The clear truth is foundation is Guru Tattva. Those persons need a bona fide spiritual Shiksha Guru. I don't care. You're initiated by Prabhupada, but where's the ecstatic devotion? No ecstatic devotion? Then you need Shiksha Guru. And get clear so that you can have. Otherwise, my students, they come and they're making headway and getting ecstatic devotion, and you're not. They're not. They're just stuck in their minds, and they're thinking they know all about Krishna. So, anybody coming here, I tell them, that's why I tell them, spend at least 30 days or something. Really listen here. And then if you want to go and check it out, fine, check it out. Otherwise, you won't get the chance. As soon as you go in there, they grab you, and then they initiate you, and then of course you're going to tell them, and they're going to say, "Oh no, you don't care. I own you now. You're mine." That's what Maya does.
With Shama Sundari.
Yeah, same thing. And if you're weak, like I was Shama Sundari, I was preaching to her for some months before she got the strength to get out of there.
Yeah.
She believed it was the same. Oh yeah, my guru in there. Yeah, I said, yeah, sure.
That's what I said. That's what they tell you.
Yeah. She heard, she went through, she listened, and felt enlivened and purified, ecstatic experiences, and all of that gave her spiritual power to overcome that. That's why anybody thinking of going to ISKCON, please do your own soul a favor. Spend some time here, and then you have the strength to see more clearly what's going on. Because this is rare associated. This is not like those thousands of gurus they made in ISKCON or these hundreds of gurus they make in Gaudiya Samita, or how many, I don't know how many there are now. They just crank them out after, well, not even during. It's just the real disciplic line is straight like an arrow. Oops.
Of course, yeah, like Amy says, they won't listen to them anymore. And we are a danger for them. They will lose disciples. And disciples is money, disciples is power.
See, that's it. You want that kind of guru motivated by power, money, and wealth?
For them, yeah, me.
Yeah, that's what you get. I mean, see, you have to find somebody that's found the wealth of Krishna being born in the land, and then that's self-realization. The Lord appears in the heart of such rare devotees and shows himself and said, and the devotee knows, you're the one I've been looking for. See, devotees get that experience here. Yeah. The Lord appears in your heart. You're the one I'm looking for. See, what I get, you get. That's the idea of having a guru. The idea is you become like your master. You become masterful like your master. You become a good mridanga player like your mridanga master, right? Who teaches you. You become a Krishna conscious like your spiritual master. But if your spiritual master isn't really Krishna conscious, how can you become Krishna conscious? People want to be loved. That's why they are all looking for love of their life, which often turns out. Yeah, they're looking for love. Yeah, see, that's the thing. They're looking for love and bewildered. Actually, they're looking to love. That's what they're really looking for, but they don't know it, not clear about it. Much love to all of them, brothers and sisters. Especially Fulgen, man. The body's really sick, too. Yeah. Crazy. I'm lucky to understand what you're saying. Yeah. Amy, you don't turn on people either. And Karuna is such a great example that if even he, with all his antics, yeah. Yeah, it's not easy to accept people as they are, especially when they have they're odd, a little odd. A lot of us, most of us, are a little bit odd in different ways. Like Radhi Devi Dasi, part of this real preaching is sharing where illusion is Elon Musk and death shots. Oh yeah, they think, why are we? Why are we focusing on? Yeah, well, that's because everything is a Bhagavatam example and needs to be done that way. I'm here speaking to more mature people. Hopefully, you don't want to be one of those, right? I think that this is all like I'm just trying to because I pick hairs, or I'm trying to be better than Elon Musk. I am better than Elon Musk in my way. He can't do what I do, and I can't do what he does. He needs this. Do I need that? It's questionable. I don't think I need a chip implant. I don't feel like I need to go to Mars. I think he needs more of this than I need what he has. You know what I mean? He can go to Goloka Vrindavan. That's farther away than Mars if he comes here. I think a lot of everyone actually, if you don't have this, everybody needs this relationship with the supreme friend, right? They need to find home. They need to find, this is to become enlightened and free of the Maya, free of birth and death. So in a sense, everybody needs this. Yeah. 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 I mean, people don't know. What's going on? I back the messages. Don't want to pin any messages. Okay, what is going on here? Anyway, yeah. God is for free, but not cheap. Yeah, God is for free, and he's cheap in the sense if you come the right way, he's very easily purchased for a very cheap price as a gift. But you don't come this way. Oh, it's very expensive. Very hard to find. I'm pretty much sure you have seek spiritual gift too, my friend Srila. Even in Christianity, I know there are people still exist. They have the power like Moses. I'm pretty much sure on it. Yeah, power like Moses. Oh, yeah, that I'm not interested in that. You see, power like Moses. I don't. That's old stuff, man. I don't want power like that. I don't need power like that. I want
Mm.
power. I like Lord Chaitanya's power. His
Ook
power was
verder.
that people cry when they chant Hare Krishna. That's the power here. You know, make people attracted to Krishna's name and his past and qualities. Oh, that's the greatest power. That's all I'm interested in. I even gave up the healing of the bodies. I used to do that. I you know, rather heal their soul. You know, let the people let them go to Christians. If there's any Christian healing, you go out there. They can do that job if that's what you want or something or need. I'm fine. You know, I just want to, wake up souls here, man. If you look at the healings of Jesus and show that on the internal things, he was uh, people. They show these things, the external stuff, healing body. What about awakening the spiritual body? Opening deaf ears. How about opening the ears so people can relish transcendental sound? Isn't that more important? See, open blind eyes so that you can see Krishna everywhere. Literally. I mean, you literally see how everything represents Krishna. And the flowers and the trees and the moon up above. And the little thing called love. Yes. That's what I was looking for. See, this is the birds and the bees of spiritual life. See, like when you mature, you learn the birds and the bees have sex, sex with man and woman and babies and all that stuff. Well, this is the birds and the bees of spiritual awakening. See, here, this is how to have transcendental loving affairs with Krishna. These are the birds for the awakening and the maturing of the spiritual body. See, you're grown up to this point where you're looking for that. See, all these things represent this. See, we're teaching where it's all going, and the people are still interested in birds and the bees of bodily relations. But some people are ready for this, and so we're here for the birds and the bees of how to awaken the spiritual body, how to engage in your eternal relationship with Krishna, with God. In our line, it's Radha and Krishna, right? And Lord Caitanya and the devotees, his intimate associates. It's an amazing time to live in. I feel so blessed. So yeah, we're all very amazing time, Go ahead, read on there.
Yeah. From poisoned water, from a terrible man-eater Aga, from the great rains, from the wind demon, from the fiery temple of Indra, from the bull demon, from the son of Maya, Danava. You are not actually, you, you are not actually the son of the Gopi Yashoda, oh friend, but rather the indwelling witness in the hearts of all embodied souls.
It's both true. It's true too that he is the son of Mother Yashoda eternally too.
He's both.
He's both. He's both. He's the indwelling. He's every. Isn't it amazing how the Lord, his pastimes are so profound, so amazing. How can you not enjoy them? I mean, it's just, they're so amazing, so perfect. They reveal everything about life, what it's about. Nobody knows these things, Yeah. Hey, you know what? I think this is a good time to stop because one thing, my throat, and also because my internet. If anybody wants, maybe you can, if you want, you can read this. Just go back online again. I don't know if you're into it, if you want somebody. Because we still have 8 people, 9 people. They still want to hear more, it looks like. So somebody else can go online. I'll leave that up to you guys. You figure it out. So, Pani, Fani, Madhubungal is back. All right. Is he back in UK now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Come more often. Don't be a stranger. Okay, my friends. I'll see you later, huh? Hare Krishna.